Okay, welcome to the next episode in our language. And today our goal is to answer these two questions. What happens to k and g in non-palatal context, because we're going to have them become post-alveolars in palatal context, but I didn't ever say what happens when they're in like anything else. So that'll be fun. And then proto-phonotactics, which sounds can go where, and I guess more importantly, which sounds can't go where. So let's start with proto-phonotactics, and then we'll see if I think of a solution to this in the meantime. So proto-phonotactics. So I want the syllable structure to be able to have closed syllables, for sure. And I want R to be able to fit in those situations. I will allow vowels to be next to each other. I think 3 vowels in a row is too much. I think maybe I should be more specific. So I think a stop should be able to go in front of a vowel. Here, well, are there anything that I don't want to be able to start with just a plain vowel? No, I think any consonant can go in front of any vowel. Any 2 vowels can go next to each other, for sure. I think R can go where? What can have RR between it? So obviously, ooh, how should that work? Yeah. I think any stop should be able to have an R after it. This is where we're going, and to put an R after it. Any stop should be able to have an R after it. And what I think is going to end up happening is that it's going to cause these to become retroflex. When our R and L merge, we'll just end up with like blah and blah, and maybe something will happen there. Blah, 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 grata, 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 grata. I mean, yeah, I don't see a reason not to allow that. So, yes, something will happen with that. Grata, grata. Because I don't like the gla sound necessarily. For the modern, I mean, I like the sound, but not for this particular language. But maybe maybe that could be cool. So any stop. Nah. I don't need a nasal to go in front of an R. And not for this language. I do need fricatives to do that. Specifically can go sra, zra, which will be interesting. Ha, ra, ha. Do those need to have the ability to go in front of an R? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think those. So z and z can, and I think that's it. Just stops and z and z can go in front of an R. So that's good. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is say think the same things can go in front of an L. And when those merge, weird things will happen to some of them. But oh, that would be neat if, say, tr becomes our retroflex, but in some ways tl becomes our lateral fricative, along with, you know, R and L. Well, and maybe I don't have RL. Possibly. Well, I guess I can end with an R. That's something that's worth noting. Any R can go at the end of any, so a stop can follow a vowel and close a syllable. A nasal can do that as well. And I want any fricative to be able to do that, I think. Well, what if I didn't allow any fricatives to end? Then they would be... We could do it by losing vowels at the end of a word, so we could have a word, but not an internal coda, necessarily. How am I going to get the vowel coloring from those? It'll be from losing them between vowels. Do I want the vowel coloring to only come from losing them between vowels? Or do I want to be able to end a word with one of those fricatives? Or end a syllable with one of those fricatives to have it be lost? I think something that would be interesting. What if I allow laryngeals, which is to say any of these, to end, but not s and z? Would that work? Would that make any sense at all in the proto-language? I mean, I can just define it in the proto-languages. You can do whatever you want, really, in your proto-language. For now, let me just allow all fricatives and see how I feel about that later. Can do it. I don't want to allow w and y at the end of a vowel, I think. Maybe. No, I'm not sure. Am I basically just saying anything can end? Yeah, I think I'm just saying anything can end at this point. Because if I just keep w and y out of there, then I don't know what's going on with that. Then what I want to do then is say, except I want to disallow laryngeals at the end of a word. Yeah. So that a proto-word can't end with a laryngeal. So a final vowel at the end of a proto-word isn't going to get coloring from well. Oh, no, I don't know if I want to do that because I want the stems to be able to take on interesting stuff. Although if I don't allow it, then it won't when that ends a word. That's going to be a question mark. What I have in mind is being able to have something like duch, and in the modern language it will sometimes come out as like duch, duch, duch. Sometimes that will come out as do, but other times it can still come out as do. And I wonder if that's from duch plus followed by some consonant, and do followed by some consonant, whereas do followed by some vowel becomes do followed by that vowel. Things like that. So if it's open, then you don't have the vowel coloring, you just weaken. It's when it's closed that you get the vowel coloring. Yes. So I think I'm going to allow laryngeals at the end of a word specifically for that exact thing. So shorten that to this. Do I want to allow any other consonant clusters at the onset of a syllable? I don't think so. I know that like st is pretty common, but I'm not going to have that. Maybe it'll come with, well, no, maybe not. St, sn, st. Oh, I know what I'll do. I know what I can do. I will allow s before a stop. And the reason I'm going to do that is so that I can have come on notes, let me do the thing I want to do. I'm going to have sk and let me do it this way. Sk and sg, although sk isn't really a thing, but it can happen. Sg would be, well, actually, sg becomes sh, and that's how I'll get rid of some of my feelers. So I'll allow that. That would be good. But I don't think I have any other onset clusters. Coda clusters. I'm thinking of maybe having our R be allowed to do that. What's that going to do with vowel coloring? Let me just think. So let me choose this. Intervocalically, we'll do that, and then let's allow R before a stop. And what are we doing here? That'll go at the end of a word. And that'll give it to us at the beginning. So that's cool. So let me do stop L. I'm going to have an L at the end of a word. Yeah. Do I want them to come in front of these? No, I don't think so. I don't think that works. Stops and L's. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to disallow that, and the proto-language didn't allow that for whatever reason. Any other clusters at the end of a word? or at the end of a syllable? I don't think so. Is it weird to not allow nasal clusters at all? It is weird not to allow nasal clusters. But that doesn't mean I have to. Tentatively, I'm going to allow a nasal in front of a stop. I don't think I need to allow others. Uns doesn't have to happen. There are plenty of languages that won't let that happen. Us is clearly not necessary, and us, two fricatives at the end of a syllable are definitely not necessary. So we'll have a nasal coda, and in theory that can include allophones. I guess I'll just leave that. And I think that's it. So our basic structure is, it's going to give me copyright symbols, I don't like that. You can have that kind of a structure, and you can begin with this, you can end with these. So that works on our phonotactics. And the video is so long, I'm not going to address this question yet. I think that's just going to happen in our sound changes. So that's how we will define our proto-phonotactics. There they are. And let me just make that sort of its own special thing. There we go. Proto-phonotactics. And actually I'm gonna just proto-phonology. That's what's allowed. Cool. We'll wrap this video up then, and we'll get to sound changes. We'll get right into sound changes starting next video. So, alright, Icarus out.